Welcome back to this week's Analyser, a review of the Richmond Tigers game up in Cairns, where the Suns were able to get their third win for the year. First edit I want to show today is where the Richmond Tigers are actually running the ball down one outer wing. And what we want to do from there is if we intercept the ball in this situation, we need to make sure we don't kick it back to where the Richmond Tigers are. So we're talking about the forward press in football today, and it's a clear example as to how you shouldn't play the game here. You'll see the ball from Richmond here coming down the wing. We intercept the ball through Jared Harbrow. Now what we'd really like from Jared there is to move the ball laterally to try and get the ball away from the Richmond defence instead of just kicking it back down the line. You'll see in this edit where Jared's looking for some options, they're not on, so he's forced to kick the ball back down the line. And again, as you can see, Richmond defenders are all around the ball, which make it really difficult for us to attack with any real flow. Now the next edit I want to show today is again where we've used the ball quite well when we get the ball and we intercept the ball and we move the ball laterally to attack. You'll see the ball coming down here, Richmond in control of the ball, we turn the ball over with our numbers, with some quick hands, we're outnumbering the ball, and then we win the ball, and that's where we look to move the ball off there to the lateral position so we can attack. And you can see the Suns player set up really well to use the ball. We get the ball out into some space, Hayden Jolly receives, we've got a runner from behind coming in, Sam Isles, and now it's just the finish from there, which we have a good block, and we hit the lead there, and the ball's just a little bit off with the execution of the kick, but otherwise done really well, the opposite to the first edit. The next edit I want to show today is about some structure, and this is about our forward line structure for this game against Richmond, where we needed to make sure that we could control the Richmond defenders because they're rebounding side, and that we tried to make them accountable by having opponents on them. So you'll see as this edit unfolds, and I pause just there, you look behind the ball's just here at half forward, and you can see that we're actually manned up really well one-on-one. And when we get in that situation, if we can get a one-on-one inside our forward 50, it's usually a pretty positive outcome for most sides, not just for us. And you see we win the ball at the stoppage, we get a long entry because we have got one-on-one numbers, a real honest contest in the goal square, and Danny Stanley to finish because we got even number contest. The fourth edit today that I've got is an edit I want to show about defence, and it's about how we can control the Richmond side. First of all, we have to work to get them to slow up, find our man, get man on man, and really force them to slow. So you can see the ball here, it's at half back for the Richmond Tigers, and I'll swap screens, and you'll see behind the goals here, you'll see all the players here. They're man on man, but everyone's not accountable. You can see a couple of players running through the middle that haven't got men. As Richmond move the ball across their half back line, so Harley putting pressure on the mark, puts a lot of pressure and doubt into the opponent's mind. He's looking to go again. Harley again has to work hard to get back and man the mark. As I swing back to the wide shot now, you'll see down the ground now we're becoming really close. We're still not quite, but we're close enough here. We're man on man up and down the ground, which will force Richmond hopefully to go a bit slower. And as we let the ball play out, Richmond still get the kick away, but now, as you see, all the players and now right through the middle here, now we're getting really close to man on man. We've still got it going on over here and back here. So once we get to that situation, hopefully we've slowed Richmond up enough, then we can force them to kick the ball long. As you see it unfolds, they go back, and in any team, you don't mind if they take the backwards kick. We get them over to the far pocket. So go into the closer view, Delidio gets the ball, again held up, man on man, being able to slow them. All through here, blokes are on their men. They've hit a little lead, still being able to slow. He's looking to go lateral. We've slowed that up. And then we force them to get the result that we want, and that's long down the line, which gives us a defensive chance to control that ball. Okay, that's this week's Analyser. Hopefully next week we've got a really big game here at Metricon Stadium against Collingwood. You know, a real challenge for the boys. We look forward to going into that game with some confidence to challenge the Pies and bring some of this back to you next week. That's all for this week.